Well, good afternoon. I really appreciate everybody coming out on this nice warm afternoon to the Jackson County Council on Aging. We're excited about everyone being here today with the opportunity to talk about the future of what's going on with our Roseberry Creek and the Tennessee River here. I'm State Senator Steve Livingston, and it's on behalf of the Jackson County Legislative Delegation, Representative Kirkland, Representative Horton, also Chairman Nance of the Jackson County Commission, and the Mayor of the City of Scottsboro. You know, for some time we've recognized that our citizens of Scottsboro, Jackson County have not been able to use Roseberry Creek and the Tennessee River in appropriations the way they needed to be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a severe situation and it has been for some time. We're gathered here today to make a special announcement about a partnership that will improve our recreational access for our homeowners and for our voters. So if I could, I'd like to call on Representative Kirkland.
Thank you, Senator Livingston. We, the delegation, with the support of the Tennessee Valley Authority, along with the City of Scottsboro and the Jackson County Commission, have worked continuously to find a solution for the problem of invasive water species. To that end, we have sought the partnership of the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, as well as the Alabama Department of Environmental Management, to craft legislation regarding the licensing and regulation of eelgrass harvesting. We will continue work on this legislation up until it is ready to be submitted as a bill in the upcoming legislative session. We also benefit in this effort from the input and knowledge of our own Representative Richie Horton, who has real-world experience in eelgrass removal. Representative Horton.
Thank you, Representative Kirkland. Of course, I'm not an expert on eelgrass or hydrilla or whatever we have here, but I do know that our harvesters here, I think with the eelgrass and the problems we have, we do have to harvest it out. And when we get the eelgrass out, we need to make sure that we continually put it on a bank, we haul it off in the truck and take it where it needs to go. As far as my own personal life, I'm a fisherman, okay, and I crappie fish, and it's very hard when you get out to the lakes and the water. You can't fish because of the eelgrass, okay. Every time you cast, of course, you get eelgrass and you can't fish, and it's frustrating to the not only the fishermen but the recreational folks. You can't recreate, you can't fish. The eelgrass gets hung in your propellers, and you can burn your motors up. They can't get your jet skis out. I had a call this morning with actually a homeowner on the lake, and what he told me, he said, look, I have a boat, I have jet skis, and I can't even take them out of the water because the water is so bad. I can't put my boats in the water. So what I have to do is call and schedule someone to come remove all the materials in the water in order to get my boats out, and it cost me like $1,100 every weekend, okay? So we're getting all those kind of calls every day, and we have to do this. We have to remove this stuff out of the water. And I know, working with the state, working with the government, working with TVA, and working with everyone here, we're going to be able to do what we need to do, and we're going to be able to come to a conclusion where we have to be able to get it out or do what we need to do to fix everything here. But with that saying,
Chairman Nance.
Chairman Nance.
Well, first let me also say thanks to everybody being here. I talk pretty low, so if I need to speak up, raise your hand and I'll do that. But again, thanks for being here today. As we try to explain to you what we're trying to do in terms of a partnership to address this issue that we're having, not just here in what you see before you, but up and down the Tennessee River with the eelgrass problem. So the Jackson County Commission is certainly pleased to be able to partner with the delegation, the City of Scottsboro, and TVA, as we're putting together some options to work together to address the problem that we're having with eelgrass. The Tennessee River is a significant contributor to the economy of Jackson County, not just for our cities and towns that are on the Tennessee River, Bridgeport, Stevenson, Scottsboro, Langston, but it's a significant contributor to the economy across all of Jackson County for the benefits that come in here with tourism and other things. But also the river is a tremendous asset to bring tourists in, visitors to the county, and show those folks all about Jackson County, and many of them decide that they want to stay and live here. But it's also a great asset for the outdoor recreation that not only our visitors have, but also the residents of Jackson County. And the growing problem that we have with eelgrass is negatively impacting those benefits that we get from the river. The Jackson County Park, and I'll use that as an example. We are at the Jackson County Park here. And what you see behind us is what we are seeing across the park. The park is a major venue in Jackson County for tourism and for recreational opportunity. We have cabins, we have campsites, we have a park store that rents boats, jet skis, kayaks, we have a restaurant, and we have boat rentals. And some of the impacts that we're seeing here at the park, I think, is indicative of the impacts that we're seeing across the county. Our occupancy rate in the cabins down below 10%. In fact, the next cabin that we have for rent is the 9th of August. A couple of years ago, we were hard to find an occupancy in a cabin here at Jackson County Park. The park store rentals for boats, jet skis, and kayaks is down. And if you're out visiting Jackson County Park, you'll see that the boat ramp that used to, the parking lot was full of vehicles with boat trailers. There's hardly one there these days, all because of what this is impacting the park. So this is just an example, I think, of what we're seeing about that impact. And that's why we have come together as a group to look at how can we find options to deal with this problem that we're having in Jackson County. So I want to say thanks to the delegation, the City of Scottsboro, TVA, for the partnership that working together, we will try to help address these problems that we're seeing. To our delegation, for their effort to work with state agencies to identify solutions to this, as well as their effort to put together legislation to ensure that there's registration for folks who are going to cut, and anybody that's cutting eelgrass in Jackson County has to harvest it and take it out of the river. And also to the City of Scottsboro, thanks to Jim McCamey and his work to bring us together and put this partnership together along with all the others, and the work they're doing supporting TVA and their harvesting efforts. And the TVA for their investment and their commitment to these problems and trying to help us solve these problems. First of all, long-term solution. They're investing in research to find a way that we can deal with this and abate the eelgrass problem long-term, so that we're not doing it every year with harvesters and spraying. Also with herbicide spraying. They've been herbicide spraying for milfoil for a lot of years. They have started a herbicide spray on eelgrass that we think will help this problem. But also bringing in harvesters. There are 3 harvesters that they have brought in working the river, up and down the river in Jackson County. They will do that. There are 3 here now, and we asked them to bring them into Roseberry here to deal with the problem we have here. And they're bringing a 4th one in that should be here in the next couple of days. So these are some of the actions that we're trying to do for some immediate relief on our eelgrass problem. And so thanks to TVA for their commitment to this and their investment again into this. Again, I want to say thank you for being here, and I want to say thank you for the partners that are involved in this. We are working to try to find solutions to help with this problem that we have across Jackson County. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Bill. First, thank you to TVA, to our legislative delegation, and to Chairman Nats for collaborating cooperatively and collectively to address the eelgrass issue. The Tennessee River and Roseberry embayment on our local economy and our drinking water is unquestioned. This is not a common invasive weed issue, and it cannot be handled as such, and is not being handled as such. You know, like a lot of y'all here, I grew up here. This is tough. Goose Pond Colony has had a lot of success with their harvester. While our effort here is a beginning, it's not a solution. We look forward to continuing to support TVA and our delegation as we work toward a permanent resolution. I've instructed Scottsboro Solid Waste to place large roll-offs at 3 locations for TVA to dump what they are harvesting, and we will dispose of it. Just as important as eelgrass eradication is eelgrass removal is equally as imperative. I implore property owners to require anyone cutting around their shoreline to completely remove all cut and harvested eelgrass from the water and from the immediate shoreline. I have some handouts here from TVA. I'll be happy to pass them out. It's information, history, and about eelgrass, and we'll get those passed out to you. We really appreciate everybody being here today, and we appreciate your support, and we're going to need your continued support as we try to get this handled. Thank you.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all. We know this is a baby step. We're making steps forward. We do appreciate the cooperation with our friends at TVA, so thank y'all.